Conference Committee report on House files. Conference Committee report on House File number 3280, an act relating to the environment. The report is addressed to the Honorable Kurt L. Doudt, Speaker of the House, the Honorable Michelle L. Fischbach, President of the Senate. The Conference Committee is signed by all three conferees on the part of the House and all three conferees on the part of the Senate. Lueck moves that the report of the Conference Committee on House File number 3280 be adopted and that the bill be repassed as amended by the Conference Committee.
I recognize the member from Aiken, Representative Lueck, to explain the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Conference Committee report is almost essentially what we passed off the floor earlier. What we did do was take up a suggestion that came first from Representative Sundin that would add some actual dollars to work on wild rice. That's the only difference, is there's an increase in dollars that would go to the DNR. And I would ask for your support.
Any discussion on the Conference Committee report? There being no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion to adopt the Conference Committee report on House File 3280 signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails. The clerk will give the bill its third reading as amended by conference.
Third reading, House File number 3280, as amended by conference.
Third reading as amended by conference. Any further discussion? The member from Dakota, Representative Hansen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. It's unfortunate that the Conference Committee report is here. I think there were sincere efforts to try to find some solution. And right before the Conference Committee met, the governor did send a letter showing his intent to veto this. So I think that's what will happen. We've got a couple weeks left of session. There was the opportunity to continue the conversation and try to find something that would be agreeable to both sides, but the decision was made somewhere to plow ahead, and it looks like that's what we're doing. Unfortunate, but I'm going to continue to vote no. The additional dollars did not add anything substantive to the conclusion, whereas an actual conversation may have.
Any further discussion? The member from Roseau, Representative Fabian.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I support the passage of the bill. I think that the administration has talked about wanting to do more negotiating and so forth. The reality is they've had all kinds of opportunities to engage in this process. They've chosen really basically not to get engaged. You can ask the chief author of the bill. To the best of my knowledge, no language has been brought forth by the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. When they found out about the Conference Committee meeting last week, all of a sudden then they showed up and they wanted to do some more negotiating and so forth. We've reached a point where we need to make a decision on this bill. We need to get it passed. We need to send it to the governor and send a message that, that this is an issue that needs to be dealt with. What's in this bill? When I met with some of the range delegation, and Representative Lueck too was a member of that, what's in the bill now, a week ago tomorrow, when we met, this is exactly what we agreed to. What's in the bill now, and the timeline is exactly what we agreed to. So members, I encourage a green vote. Thank you.
Any further discussion on repassage of House File 3280? For the final word, the member from Aiken, Representative Lueck.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This business of the governor's office wanting to negotiate, MPCA wanting to negotiate, here's the problem, folks. It's time that the governor and MPCA sit down and negotiate on how they're going to resolve this for the people of Minnesota. And it's a time-honored trick to keep the legislature negotiating with an agency. Well, we need to move this off the floor. move it to the governor's office, and he can negotiate with the people of Minnesota. This is a broad bill that's going to shift the focus on actually protecting wild rice and sets back the agency to a clean sheet of paper so they have no more distractions and they can get on about their business. So I would urge a green vote on this. This is absolutely the right thing to do.
There being no further discussion, the clerk will take the roll on the bill. The clerk will close the roll. There being 79 ayes and 48 nays, the bill is repassed as amended by conference and its title agreed to.